Hello kids. So in today's session we are going to learn EVS Standard 5th Chapter 7, and this is our second session of the chapter The World of Plants. We have already studied about the plants and its types, what types they have. For example, there are the seeds which has monocots, and there are the seeds which are known as dicots. Some plants are small in size and some are big in size. Now today we are going to start our session with the define and its bit description I have already discussed with you. Let's see. What is germination? So germination is the process of changing a seed into a seedling, and this process is called germination. So what is germination? Changing from a seed to a seedling, it is called germination, and it is necessary for all the plants for its growing. Next, the tip of the root is the first thing to emerge, as well as it helps in attaching with the soil. So very first, how come we know that our plant is growing or it will going to come out from the soil? By the tip of the root, as the root is inside the soil. So with the help of that, a small bird or a small plant will going to come out of from the soil. That significance states that the plant is growing. Next, seeds need special treatment or condition. They want some special conditions to grow, like they need a good light as well as a good temperature, moisture, etc. If among them something is missing, so they cannot be grown in a good or a nutritive plant. There can be possibility of it cannot be full of nutrients. So for a strong and beneficial plant, we need to provide these conditions. Conditions like temperature, light and moisture. Even we should provide a good water facility to the crop. Then only it can grow in a good manner. Now next, our next topic is, as per your syllabus, as per your book, is dispersal of seeds. Now what happens in dispersal of seeds? In dispersal of seeds, scattering of seed to far off places. The seeds are scattered in different ways, like line to line also we can grow the crop. It is called row method. We just grow the seeds in a row by giving equal distance. Why do we do so? For its proper space and for its proper growing, we just put the seeds on an equal distance. We can take the example of cotton. If you have seen anyone growing cotton, or suppose you haven't, ask your parents, they are going to take you over there, otherwise will manage to go. By that you come to understand how it grows and why there is a difference between the two plants, so that it can get its nutrients for what it is needed. So there are the different methods. As just I talked about the raw method, there is a dispersal by wind, dispersal by water even. Now seeds are grown by dispersing inside the water. What do? We just start the water motor, and by that the water flows from one piece of land to other piece of land can be possible by row method. In that water passes and into the water we mix the seeds. Seeds also move with the help of water only. The second method is wind, dispersal by wind. Now how by the help of wind? As the seed is dispersed or it is blown onto the tree. As the wind blows faster, in forest area you find the wind dispersal much. In forest area there is no one who grow the crop or who has a time to just sow the seed. There, as the flower are ready, the bird is ready. Due to the wind, it flows in the air, and wherever it falls down, from there it grows. There are many more methods also in your book. Third one is dispersal by animals. Let's discuss that too. We come to know about the wind as well as by the water. Now the time is for by the animal. Have you ever seen parrots eating nuts or chilies, or a cow? In the same way, dispersal of animals takes place. Now what happens? As animal is eating something, then as he moving around the environment in its premises, he sits somewhere, and wherever it sits, the fallen, downside fallen things sticks to its skin wherever he moves and stays. All the stick things sheds off that can even grow a plant. Have you ever seen the peepal tree grows between the walls? You can find them up in the wall without having a soil, without having a ground, proper ground to grow. They just start growing from the walls itself. Now how it is possible? This is possible with the help of birds. Birds used to eat from their beaks, and few parts from their beaks falls into the wall somewhere. There is a portion of mud and it gets its root. It means the seed gets its root, water, easily sunlight is provided, and from there it germinates. So these were the three examples of seed germination and the dispersal by the animals, wind and water. Now, next, as per your book, what do we have? Next is dispersal by explosion. In this case, some plants have pods that explode when ripe. When it is ripe, at that time we can eat, and after eating we can throw its seed into the ground, and from that seed the seedling comes out or the plant is able to grow. You can take an example of mango. You like mango? Everybody likes mango. You just eat mango and ultimately a seed will remain. Thereby you just throw that seed in your garden area. After watering for 5 to 6 days, even 10 days, you can find a plant grow from it. In the same way, pea and bean plants can grow from their pods. Now, reproduction from spores. We have discussed about the spores. It is present in your hands even. It is there in the leaf. Now, how does reproduction take place through the spores? Plants like ferns, mosses, fungi and mushrooms have small seed-like structure called spores. They grow from spores. Underline their surface. They do not produce seed. They cannot be germinated by the seed, though they can be germinated by the small spores present in them. Therefore, they produce spores, grow into a new plant. As they produce as what grow? In production, what takes place? New plants take place. Here the examples are given in your book: fern, moss and mushroom. Mushroom is very good for heart and it is a vegetarian food. You must eat. Mainly you find mushroom in northern part of India. Now, reproduction from other body parts. This is we have studied about the sport. Now, the other body part also reproduces in the plant. There are some plants like pineapple, cucumber. They do not have a seed. They cannot be grown with the help of seed. So, they produces from their body part like root, stem or leaf. So, they are produced from the root, stem or leaf. Vegetative propagation is of three types. Vegetative propagation is of how many types? Three types. They are: plants can be grown from their roots or from stems, even from the leaves. Now, very first we'll discuss about roots. Roots help in reproduction, such as the example of root plants are like dahlia, guava and asparagus, also reproduce by their roots. These roots give rise to a new plant in a favorable conditions. When the conditions are favorable means good. So at that time they reproduce. Now next we have stems. So potato, ginger, rose, sugarcane and money plant can be grown by their stem cutting. Take an example of money plant. You just cut down the stem of money plant and stick wherever you want in the pot. Just water it and after few days you can find a stem, another stem is coming out of that pot. Not only the money plant, the grapevine also grows in the same way. You want, you can cut the place you like the most and it will grow as it was. So, potato, ginger grow as underground stems. We cannot see that the potato is growing. Why? Because they grow inside the soil. That's why they are known as underground stems, but are found on these plants at certain parts of the particular vegetable which grows into a new plant. You can do an example. Take a potato from your kitchen. Ask your mama, just put that potato somewhere else in your room, but remember it should get air properly, even the sunlight. After 2 to 3 days, you will find an eye on potato. From that eye, a small bird will going to come out. And if you grow that somewhere again, a new potato plant you will be getting. Next, some plants grow from their leaves. For example, like begonia and birophyllum. have birds on the edges. There are the plants. That plants are called asexual plants. There are the leaves. Now what happens? These leaves, when it matures, when it grows, na beta, from its part only, a small, this type of structure comes out, and slowly, when it gets matured, then automatically it gets rid of, and there is a new leaf or a new plant born, and this kind of plants are specially grown in the water side only. You will be finding them inside the water, but they are not much in amount. They are very less in compared to others. On coming in contact with them soil, new plants grow from these birds. Now as it will come in contact with the other dam soil, so from this leaf again this type of structure will automatically comes out, and it comes under a sexual plant. Next, plants from far away places. Now there are the plants. You can see the plants in your environment. There are the plants very far away, plants like tea leaves. Everybody likes to eat tea. If you don't like, still you have the tea at your home. People work hard very much, and it is always grown in the colder region like in Himalayas. There they have a terrace farming. Now what is the terrace farming? They cannot have a full land. Why? Because it is a mountain region. There the farming is done in this manner, in a round cake manner, and here they grow their crops. And because it's a mountain region, there we have lots of rainfall, so it grows very nicely and fluently. Now let's see what's given in your books. It is given as many plants found in India are also found in other countries too. Do you know when Britishers were ruling in our country, India, they like which species the most? They like cloves very much. Even the black pepper, they enjoy a lot. That's why this could be the reason they don't want to leave India, because black pepper is very good for our health. So, tea plant is grown in a huge tea garden. It grows well where the air is warm. Warm means neither too cold nor too hot. There only the tea can be grown. Humidity is high and there is plenty of rainfall. I told you it is mainly done in mountain areas. So, in India, tea garden is found in Assam, West Bengal, Himachal Pradesh, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. However, tea was the first grown in China. The British introduced it to India as well as in our country too. It means who brought tea into our country? It's Britishers only. And very first, where did they get it? They get the tea in China. From there, it comes out and spreads all over the world. Nowadays, it says that our day begins with a cup of tea. It is mainly liked by every Indian too. Let's go for its life skill. What is given? Plants are an important part of our life, and we should help them in growing. It's our duty to help them out. Let's see the exercise of the chapter. Few things you should know. There are the boxes given in the book. Go through them. Let's read. Leaves look very different. However, every plant has its own distinctive kind of leaf. Leaves help us in identifying the name of the plant. From the plant leaves only, we can say this is a mango plant or a tree, this is a rose plant, this is a people tree, etc. As their leaves, from their leaves we judge, in the same way in human beings we are judged by the face we have. All of us have different faces. From the faces we are recognized. So, we have studied this thing. Now, you can even see the tea plantation in your textbook. On the top of that, there is a ginger plant, then potato plant. You can understand how it grows inside the soil. Let's quickly recall what you have to understand. First, you should know the reproduction, what the reproduction is. So, what do you mean by reproduction? Giving birth to their own kind. To reproduce the same kind is called reproduction. So, now reproduction from seed. What is the structure of seed? How many types of seeds are there? Monocot, dicot. What are the seeds which need more water or less water? What is germination? What are the process of dispersal of seeds? Three processes were there as we have discussed. Dispersal by wind, dispersal by water, and dispersal by animals. Even dispersal by explosion. This is the fifth method. From the pods they are dispersed. Reproduction from spores. How the plant reproduce from its spores. Then there are the three methods. As in dispersal there were four methods. Three we are acquainted, one is new for you, the other three you have studied in your earlier classes. Which one was the fourth? The fourth one was dispersion by explosion. In the same way, through the spores, it is from root, from leaves, as well as from the stem. Plants from far away places. There are the places which are very far away from us. There are the plants and we are getting their raw materials to the place we are. Not only the tea, there are many more. For example, cashew nuts, almonds. They are the plants which can be grown in colder region. It means the region which is neither too hot nor too cold. It's a warm place. I hope you would have enjoyed this chapter. Don't forget to write all the new words with their meaning. Let's have a quick recap. All plants reproduce to leave behind more plants of their own kind. This process of changing seed, when a seed changes into a seedling, means a embryo matures and it comes out of the soil. It is called germination. Some plants like pineapple or money plant, cucumber, grape, they grow from their stem only. No seed is required. Many plants found in India have come from even other countries. The best example of this is tea, as tea has come from China. Let's try out this exercise. MCQs. Very fast we will start up with the MCQs. First one, flowers dry up and changes into, when the flower dry up, it changes into fruit. When flower goes away, what comes? Fruit comes. Next we have number 2, the cereals, wheat, barley, oat, maize, sorghum and rice are all what they are? They are the grasses. They are known as grasses, means herb. Next, chickpeas and lentils are what they are? They are dicotyledons. They can be divided into 2 parts. Chickpea also you know we have discussed. Okay, so they are known as dicotyledons. Next we have dandelions have tufts of hair that help them to float, and they have a tough hair. You would have seen around the street, children used to run after dandelions. A small white color fur used to move in the air, very light. It is known as dandelion, and because it is very light in weight, so it moves around in the air. Now, the answer for that question is air. Next, which of these plants were first grown in China? Which is the plant which first grown in China? It's tea. The answer is tea. There are fill in the blanks. Seeds dash and dash into a new plant. Now, what does the seed do? Seed grows and germinates into a new plant. So, you have to try the whole exercise on your own and write down in your notebooks. I hope you all have enjoyed, even I, and with the help of this, we come across to know the world of plants as we have the world, they have too, and what are the different ways, how important they are to us.